Doesn't seem like a sign on thing.
We do that a lot. Getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think it's the earliest I've ever been to.
What's that?
It's when all the accidents for me before the meeting.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. Yeah. Big game tomorrow night, eh?
Yeah. Ricky does the same game. Last year we were 3, they were 6. They were better last year than they are this year.
Still gotta play the game, right?
They got a couple solid. They were, they're also solid. We slipped up. We slipped up the other night.
Right. Yeah.
We controlled our own destiny.
Well, Todd Lisi was telling me, that we'll get 2 home games. And I said, well, first you gotta win, at New Hartford. But then you gotta win the first game here to get the second one. Right? You gotta take one at a time. Yeah. Okay.
Back in 1994.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I will say, we struggled for a number of years, right? We just don't get any time on it.
Everybody struggled.
Yeah, well, but the home teams don't. We used to go up to Casanova and play on their field. Christ, they lose the ball in the field sometimes,
Well, they normally had a ripping their turf.
all to replace it. Oh, okay.
And they started.
Oh, no kidding. Hello, Stacy. Good, how are you? So you're going Thursday night? Okay. Are you gonna ride in the van with me? It starts, I think it starts at 5 o'clock, yeah? I thought there was a reception or something that starts at 5. Because I was gonna say that I would be down at the bus garage at 4:30.
You're gonna want to see Settlers Quarter.
So I have it there.
What? Maybe. She clearly is lightheaded. Go ahead. Couldn't be further from So 4:30.
Amy had my sugar down at 40 at the time.
Oh yeah. This is. If he's got to roll out a 20-year-old story, then I'm doing
The Mannings offered to feed us. No, we gotta go.
So,
I thought it started. I have it on my calendar at 5.
that's what it is, it's fine, but track me,
Huh?
but you should track me to share today for Thursday, so I tentatively.
So you want to go late? I'm fine with going late.
That's why I want to double check for sure what time it is, because if I can't, I want to, I need help.
So it's the 3 of you ladies, John and Megan, I think. So I thought. So is 4:30 still sound good then?
5:45 is the call.
Yeah.
5 o'clock.
And it's assigned seats, right? So if I don't like,
Huh?
it was assigned seats.
Yeah. Sure you don't want to go?
I'm not sure. I'm on the road Thursday night.
Which is
That was bad from us, I think.
it was blank because, yeah, we,
Draw the board of test during my comments, just so we don't have
yeah,
an issue with that.
yeah, he finalized it, today.
Yeah, because I looked, I reviewed it again, and
So we're just meeting.
Right by the bus garage, just like we did last time. I'm gonna make her, I'm gonna scroll down to about 25. Stacy will slide the door open, and you can just jump in.
All right, you go right by my house.
I've got 6:30, so I'm going to call our meeting to order. And we have quorum, so we can get started. All right, we have no executive session tonight, so I'm going to invite us to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need a motion to approve the minutes of the 5/13/25 meeting?
So moved.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? I need a motion to approve the minutes from the 5/25 special meeting.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? I don't have a ton of comments tonight, just one, noticing the attendance, we do have a quorum, but we have to be on our game with motion and second, all of that, to keep working together with that. Also, if you look at personnel earlier today, there was a blank space that has now been filled in for one of the positions. Just wanted you to be aware of that when we get to personnel, that'll be part of what we move. We can kind of scramble during the meeting here to look at that if you haven't had a chance to catch that between this afternoon and this evening. So that's all I have for comments. Superintendent.
I have just a few. The first is for our board members that did not attend or weren't able to attend the OCM BOCES annual dinner. We were given a snapshot by the folks at BOCES that I placed at your chairs. This is a synopsis of the programs that we have utilized through BOCES. And as you can see, each and every year, our kids benefit from a number of wonderful programs that collaboratively as a BOCES we're able to provide for them. So if you have any questions after taking a look at that, feel free to reach out. I'll do my best to get an answer for you. But again, it's just a really wonderful partnership that we've had with BOCES and allows our kids to do some really awesome things. I wanted to draw your attention as well, it was in the board packet, but just to kind of explain the end of year calendar. As it stood, our last day with students was June 27th, which was the same as our staff. And by contract, when we reach our days, our requirement in the state, those days are given back to allow staff to wrap up their end of year activities. This year, because we used so many snow days, we only had one left. So the new last day of school for our kids, and it'll be a shortened instructional day, so technically a half day, it'll be June 26th. And after you approve it tonight, I will pronounce it far and wide to our school community. So June 26th, it's about 11 o'clock dismissal for our secondary students, about a noon for our K through 5 kids. Questions about that? And the last thing I wanted to remind you of is that tomorrow is our Portland County Olympiad. It's our 3rd annual, held over at SUNY Portland. About 200 county students will be taking part in what is our version of what some would call the Special Olympics. It is by far one of the highlights of the school year. If you are at all able to stop over, the athletes are there from 10 to 1 tomorrow. It's just an incredible amount of fun. The kids, the adults, I don't know who has a better time. They give me a microphone, which is a big mistake, and we have a lot of fun, and it's a great collaborative effort between all of the schools in Portland County and BOCES. So if you're able to attend, please, even just stop in for a little bit, you won't regret it. That's what I have.
All right, very good. I believe we have a couple of presentations this evening.
We do, and we don't normally get such a good-looking group at our meetings, but tonight we have a great-looking group, and many of them are from the elementary school, and they are here to talk to us about their reading challenge. And I think I saw Mr. Pascarella. Where's he hiding? Did he jump in and leave? Oh, no, he's way in the back. So I'll kick it to Mr. Pascarella, and he will do the introductions.
So unfortunately, Mr. Bertram cannot be with us tonight because he's tending to family business. His son is actually in a sectional game. So they're at that event in Camden. He wanted to point that out to you that he was in Camden, New York, which was very far for him as he started to figure out the distance from there into the meeting. So it's his son's last opportunity, so he really wanted to be up there for him to participate in that. That being said, though, I'm going to turn it over to Chrissy Hartnett, Lancey Collins. Who else do we have here? Kristen Hayes, Charles C. Bowen. Please come on up. Mrs. Hannes, of course, is our assistant principal, but honestly, we're sitting back because they made us do a lot of the things that they're going to talk about here. So I'm going to leave because I don't want to see it again. All right.
It was a lot of fun, though. First of all, welcome. Glad to have you here to help us celebrate what we had going on this spring, actually late winter and into spring. So Mr. B came to us and he said, I'd love to do a reading challenge, love to do it with Phillips Free Library. And we have just a small little presentation to show you. And while Lancey shows you this, I'm just going to talk about some things that came out of it. And Kristen and Charles can join in at any time. So, yep. So here are the prizes for the classes that read the most minutes. You can see up there how many minutes they won. And they earn extra recess, which is like, you know, really top-notch stuff in elementary school. Popcorn party, and the top class in each grade have a pizza party. Collectively, right? Yes. Yep. Over 110,000 minutes the kids read. So our goal was to reach 100,000 minutes. And we came to that conclusion basing it on relatively, if each student in the building read about 10 minutes daily, over that time period, we should reach a goal of about 100,000 minutes. So, oh, this is our Phillips Free. Hello. Oh, shall I go ahead? Yeah.
Even though they're standing apart, we're together.
Yeah. We had a reading challenge, a winter reading challenge going at the library. And this was just such a neat occasion to hook on to what the elementary school was doing. And for us, you know, it was a great extra incentive for the kids to read because they could win prizes at the library. And I found it such a great opportunity for us to show them that the library is there for them, that we care about them, and that we like for them to read. So we were very happy when 2 of the prizes that we gave away went to the elementary school kids that had, you know, entered all their minutes read into our raffle.
I'm going to give you a little bit of information that you didn't ask for, but I'm going to tell you how we got to this point. Marcia and I have worked with Mark Bertram all school year, and we have been in to do STEM projects with every single class in every single grade. And so as we were planning one of them, we were talking about, oh, wouldn't it be cool to do a reading challenge? And we're gonna do one at the library, and he said, oh yeah, I wanna do that too. So that's kind of how it started. So it's been a great year of working together with Phillips Free Library and Homer Elementary School, but specifically with Mark Bertram at the library.
And so here's some photos that we have of the day that we did the last assembly. Because I don't think we did mention this, and I don't know if you heard or not, but the ultimate goal that we were working towards, if we reach that 100,000 minutes goal, was that Mr. Pascarella and Miss Hammis said that they would kiss a mystery farm animal. So the whole entire time, they did not know what they would partake in, but we had goats, donkeys, and a mini horse. And a mini horse, yes, that they each kissed. So, so we were very successful in reaching our goal and having our challenge. One of the things that I would like to highlight just before the stars of the reading challenge come up would be that through this activity, we really were building our community school spirit. I mean, we worked collectively to reach this goal. So that's something that we were working towards together, which was really amazing to see, because each day the kids would come in and they'd be so excited. They'd say, oh, I read more, or they looked at the goal tracker in the hallway. I know that they would go up to Mr. Pascarella or Ms. Hamms and say, I don't want you to kiss this, or I'm not going to read because I don't want you to kiss this, that some of them would say, but they did, they read. Also, we were working towards collective goals, not so much individual, which was really nice for everybody to do, and they could all partake in it, which was really special. And it also increased our student engagement. They were engaged in reading, and that's exciting. So, and another thing that helps with student engagement, they were tracking their own progress. So it was beautiful. It was beautiful all the way around. So now we're going to bring up the stars of our show here. So we have, from pre-K, we have Leah Bacon. She read, now I need to put my glasses on so I can give you the total minutes. She read 850 minutes. Leah, there's Leah. We have Abigail Foster from Mr. Norris's class. She read 2,335 minutes. We have Gavin Blundell. He from Miss Funk's class, Gavin. He read 337 minutes. Big and. Oh, yes, and he won the Phillips Free Library Reading Challenge. Yes. Oh, and so did Leah. I'm sorry, I apologize, I missed that. And then from second grade, we have Ava Bennett, who read 1,925 minutes from Miss Rockwell's class. And then we have Keldon McTavish, and he read 1,595 minutes. He's from Miss Mack's class. So, we're there to ask one question for them. Yeah.
Will you tell everyone what your favorite part of the reading challenge was?
Nice and loud.
Nice and loud. Tell them
My
right there.
favorite part of the reading challenge is when Mr. Pascarella and Mrs. Hayes kiss Mystery Farm Animal.
Mrs. Collins, while they're doing that, could you put that picture back up?
Yes.
The one that will be
I know
etched,
exactly which
it
one.
will be etched in the school community's minds for the end of time. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Favorite part of the reading challenge? No. That's one.
That one right there.
All right. Go ahead.
My favorite part of the reading challenge was basically just reading.
So thank you very much.
Thank
When you get to come to the board, we like to give you a certificate. This is thank you for coming and sharing and celebrating the time that you spent reading. And so we have certificates for everybody. And I'm going to try to not get your names incorrect. Leah, that's for you. Congratulations. Great job. Thank you so much.
Turn around, face these people. Come on, everybody, right here, right here. Let's get one picture. Parents, if you want to grab a picture, right? Yeah. Come on up, go ahead. Don't worry about those people in the back.
My face in the back.
Good job. Awesome. You guys got it? All right, give them a nice round of applause. It should be noted that when they were getting off the bus or I saw them in the hallway, I would tell them that the reading challenge was canceled. I also told them that Groton County Health said that we couldn't have the animals on our campus. I also told them that the county sold all the farm animals. They didn't believe any story I told them, and they all kept reading. So nice job to you all. Thank you all. Great job. Keep it up.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thank you to all the adults that helped make that happen as well. The coordination was outstanding. You want to, I don't know if they're formally, Mr. Pascarella?
Is it still part of the elementary program that you walk to the library and fill out a library card?
Yes.
Yeah, what grade does that?
All go. They all go over.
They all go over. Very cool. Nice. It's a beautiful library.
Yeah, it is. Thanks again, folks. Now, this is where, before we move on to the next presentation, this is where Aaron or I typically say, if you're go while the getting is good. You can stick around for the rest of the meeting if you'd like to, but if you want, we'll pause now. If you want to go home and get on with your life, I would be happy to oblige. Thank you, folks, for coming. We really appreciate it. Yes, thank you. Thank you. That gentleman, he's sign it in. Yeah, I think he thought he had it.
Sometimes it's confusing. People want to sign in and not assign it. Yeah.
Our next presentation won't be nearly as exciting. It'll be very informational and enjoyable, but not exciting. Our administrators are going to be sharing a couple of highlights that you hopefully could attend as part of their end-of-year celebrations. And then they're going to give you a master list from their building of all those celebrations, so you can jot anything you have time to come to in your calendar. So let's start with Mr. Pascarella.
End of the year for us is field trips and just celebrations, right? So just having a great time with everybody and celebrating our year. Tomorrow we'll have one to start off with our Olympians. We do the Walk of Champions. They'll start from the library, move all the way down to Mrs. Powers' room, go down by Mrs. Hires' room and out the front door to music while we play the Olympic theme. And our students and staff line the hallways for them, so that way they can go out and be celebrated. And then we celebrate them when they come back and honor them for their achievements. Senior class walk this Friday. It's always a good one to come to, sit on the green and watch that activity and have that opportunity to see that transition of kids going from most of our children, right, going from the elementary through the high school and then walking across that stage, but having an opportunity to share where they're headed in their career, whether that be college career readiness or whether that be to the workforce or military service. The rest is self-explanatory. Take a look at it. Hope we welcome you at any time to come by and see us. And we're excited for the end of the year because honestly, it's going to go fast, and we know that. So we want to make sure that we celebrate each other before we leave our doors.
Any questions for Mr. Pasquarella? Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it. Let's move on to the intermediate school and Mrs. Fall.
We are excited to steal a little bit of Mr. Pasquarella's, that this is the first year that we will be participating with the senior walk. So we're very excited to be part of that and to see the students come through. It's especially exciting for us because unless they're in some of the music and things, we don't always get to see them. So we're excited. We are going to continue with our Homer History Walk, grade 4. We used to do a lot more before the curriculum changed with the local history. And now the teachers dress in, a lot of them, especially Miss Crown, if you know her, in period garb and tour around the village of Homer and learn about our local history. They have some lunch on the green. We have some local celebrities and local residents that come and help us with that. So we're really excited to do that. So the dates on that are a little tentative due to the weather. As you know, it's not always reliable around here. Our big celebration will be this year with Greenwood Park for 5th grade. We used to always go to Dorchester Park, and the recent past that was booked, so they tried a new park and they really liked it. So they'll go down to Broome County and do that. So we're excited. We'll have our leadership assembly to wrap up our year. So we're really excited and have a lot of things going on.
Questions for Mrs. Falls? Thank you, Steph.
Thank you.
Mrs. Schneider, the junior high school.
Yes, and we also are going to be participating in the senior walk this year for the first time, so we're excited. It's not on my list though, but we're happy to have them come to visit us on Friday. You're going to see the junior high students are going on a variety of field trips, rain or shine, so wear the appropriate clothes and sunscreen. The end of the year, we're going to do something a little bit different. We, in the past, have had separate grade level awards assemblies. This year, we are going to celebrate all together as a junior high for our end of year celebration, a little bit of a moving up assembly there, so that's different. We will have team and grade level celebrations that the teachers will organize and also give out additional awards to other students at that. And then we're going to try a barbecue in the morning, so I'm going to thank the SCA who's hearing about it right now. We're going to see how that's all going to work, but we're going to do it on the half day, and the kids have a blast outside. We're going to have inflatables and yard lawn games and pickup games and good food and music and fun times for them. So happy to have you guys come by the junior high anytime.
Questions for Mrs. Schneider? Thank you, Kara.
Right. It's going to be donuts on the grill. No.
And Mr. Van Etten from the high school.
Hi folks, Friday is a very busy day, as the 3 buildings alluded to. The senior walk is just a part of the fun. But that'll start our day. The seniors will arrive here before the start of school, pick up cap and gown, some will pick up a yearbook, and from there be transported first to the junior high, then to the intermediate school, then to the elementary school, completing the trifecta of school visits in the district. You get asked, the junior high and intermediate events are not public. There's nothing to see as a parent. The kids are going to walk the hall. It's going to be pretty low key. However, with Mr. Pasquarella's previous excitement and enthusiasm, we'll try to recapture that on the green with seniors taking a moment to talk about what they're headed off to next, what their future plans are as we line up in front of the elementary school. Doug told me it's sunny. He was in charge of weather this year for that day, so I appreciate your help with that. From that, we're also back here simultaneously celebrating our 9th and 10th graders. You'll remember last year we started a grade level assemblies on that day, separate from that for seniors. So we'll start with juniors in the morning at 8:05, approximately 30 so minutes recognizing them. Then they'll be dismissed for prom preparations unless their parent is asked they stay in school. 9th and 10th graders will follow at about 8:50 and about a half an hour of time in awards. We've sent specific invitations to parents and students being recognized so that they're aware of all of our students in their grades 9 and 10. Then at that point, students will return to homeroom for attendance, announcements and expectations, and our 10th grade class officers have put together our annual field day activities. Kids are pretty excited about that. Again, I'm holding Mr. Pascarella's forecast holds over. And again, we have a sunny day in the upper 60s, lower 70s, not too hot, not too cold, maybe just right. That gets us to about the middle part of the day at the high school with the prom that follows that night and all-night party. Parents were in today, starting ticket sales for that. We are incredibly blessed that 3 decades later, parents continue to come together and follow this tradition of preparing prom night activities for the students. There's a list of other activities that go on in there, and again, we're gonna hand out your books. I think I'm gonna mention that's part of it. Seniors are planning to go off to their senior trip on the 15th and 16th. We're gonna do senior day the 23rd. The seniors now are saying they want to come in and do something that morning. So we're gonna see what that looks like. It's not a class day, but they have some plans that they want us to consider engaging them in. So we'll do that. At night, though, we'll finish with senior awards in the gymnasium, recognizing our senior class. And of course, graduation, but
Questions for Mr. Van Heck?
Mr. Turk's got the weather for graduation. Take the heat off this year.
Yeah. Okay, Doug, thank you
Thanks,
so much.
everybody.
Appreciate it.
So we're just attempting to fill up your calendar.
There's a few days that are double booked and the busing, like, there's no issue with busing, right? Like,
We're told
I don't
that
want anyone to
they
miss
would-
out on a field trip because it's double booked.
To my understanding, at this point in time, these things are able to proceed as planned.
Awesome.
The ones during the
And
day
they
are
see each
the,
other's calendars,
Yeah, the
so
one-
they are all aware of the double book days.
The ones during the day aren't as
Aren't as hard as the sports.
correct.
Okay. I'll be super bummed if we get missed out on our field trip.
As we would too.
all right. We'll move to new business then. Need a motion to approve the report from the Committee on Preschool Special Education. So moved. Second. Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the reports from the Committee on Special Education. Second. Questions or comments? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the Health and Welfare Service Contract for students attending the Immaculate Conception School in Fayetteville. So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the OCM BOCES agreements.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Does it cost more if we were to click more boxes? Like, do you pay by all the options that you want? Or do you just?
As
click
far
what
as
you're
the cooperative
interested
banking,
in? Yeah.
usually the ones that we have here are ones that we've done traditionally, but every year it seems that we add something new onto it. But they don't stop us from, so if they do one and we don't say ahead of time, include the district in this bid, we still get the information on that bid,
Okay.
so we can still use that. Which is a good thing, and they actually, to BOCES credit, keep adding more and more each year.
Further questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve the donations for varsity club.
So moved.
Second. Questions or comments?
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to accept the donations from Martin Sweeney and the State FFA organization.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments?
Thanks again.
All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to accept the revised 2024-25 district calendar. Second. Questions or comments?
I have a question. Who picks the superintendent days?
We do it both in Homer, but we do it collectively as a BOCES, because we try to match up
With others?
with BOCES services so that our kids have a place to go on those dates.
So I studied this calendar, and I think it might be nice to have a discussion, or at least consider moving the professional development that's on November 5th to Friday, November 1st.
This is this year
This is
that
this
you're
year's
looking at.
calendar. This is not looking at 25-26.
My bad. Okay, that would've been nice.
Yeah, but you have approved, earlier this school year, you've approved the calendar for next year
My
already.
only thought was Friday is the day after Halloween. It would be super nice to have that be the professional development versus.
Yeah,
student
it's always a negotiation when you, all
We're doing
of,
this year?
yeah, we've done it, we did it a while ago, yeah, yeah.
Why are we doing this one right now?
Because we adjusted the end of the school year, yeah.
Excuse me, sorry.
No worries.
Further questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to accept the following policies for first reading.
So,
Second. Questions or comments? This is normally where I'd say you'd have to refer to the exact policy number, but it's only one policy.
Right.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion to approve personnel as recommended by Superintendent Turk. So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor? Opposed? Abstentions? That moves us to information.
It does, and we have just one for you, a fundraising update for the class of 2026. Put it on your calendar, there's gonna be some mums starting in September of next year.
This is the time when our public and our community get a chance to share with us. Don't know if we have anybody signed up, anybody wishing to speak, be heard, do an interpretive dance.
Would anyone like to comment on the picture that's up on the screen?
The donkey's gonna look a lot happier.
All right, then I think we'll move to, we didn't have any board committee reports, so district committee reports.
Yes, we have the Professional Learning Committee, PLC, met recently.
Yep, we met last week. Thank our board reps for attending as well, all three of them, it was great. What we did is we took a look at the guidance we received from ILC regarding our staff development days, and again, just a reminder, PLC operates as a subcommittee of the larger ILC group, which is all of our teacher leaders and administrators across the district that meets every other month or so. So what they do is the ILC will set the general topic areas that will become the focus areas of our staff development days the next school year. So just a kind of a highlight of next year's staff development days, things that PLC's been tasked with prioritizing. One, department grade level collaboration time. That has been a winner from since my arrival here. That time is devoted on those days for structured collaboration time, both at grade level and content grade departments. So we'll continue down that road. Other areas of focus will be our curriculum development process. Additional initiatives or strategies that are embedded in our strategic plan. Those will be highlighted on our staff development days next year. And lastly, this is Colin's favorite, technology integration. There's been a long list of requests for Lansing's services to help support teachers' use of technology in the classroom to support learning outcomes. In other areas, looking at another thing that keeps coming up again and again is how do we best support our E&L students in the content areas, in the grade levels, outside of the direct support of an ENL teacher in the classroom. So that's going to be an area of focus for next year's too. And to their credit, our ENL teachers are ready, willing, and able to provide some of this support for classroom teachers on our staff development days. So anybody else that was there, please, did I miss anything? Did I leave anything out? Okay, great. So I want to thank the PLC. Just real quick, it's my last PLC meeting that I'll directly facilitate, as we won't pick PLC up again until September. But I can't be happier with the results of our staff development days. You know, it's driven by our staff, for our staff, and I think that says a lot about our district and our commitment to professional learning.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it.
And then we'll move to board member activities.
I don't know if anybody had a chance, but the third graders performed a concert the same night there was, and that was a great night. So that was fun. And then also, I might speak to this, but the parent square that came out today was pretty awesome about varsity lacrosse and tennis and track team, just pretty impressive, like all of the sports, track, there was so many, it was great.
I went to a village board meeting for the town board meeting for Homer. It was like an impromptu meeting about the billboards. They're trying to keep going with progress on that. So there'll be more meetings that follow. It was an interesting, the gentleman who's leading it is the gentleman who owns, I think most of them own businesses in the village, but if people haven't taken the time to become familiar with that, it could really change the landscape of Homer. So that was an interesting meeting. There'll be more meetings to come this summer. That's what the dark skies lawn ornaments that you see are referring to. This proposal to put LED billboards up along 81. So they anything from 4 to 12. So it could really impact our community.
That'll move us to upcoming events.
Yes, we tried to fill your calendar earlier. There are some on here that weren't on there, so please take a look. Another opportunity, many opportunities. I'll point out a couple. We've double booked tomorrow night. Lauren Nels, I believe, sent an invite to the Adventure in the Arts. That's tomorrow night at 6:30. And we have the intermediate school concert tomorrow night as well. So a lot of great things going on as always. Yeah.
And with that, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.